Well, hey there, Mother Goose Tribe. This is Dr. Dane and Olaf. You wanted to make a special appearance. Those of you that know us in the office, we made some big changes, and Olaf is a regular fixture in the family adjusting room. So he wanted to say hi, and he's really excited about Frozen too. But that being said, I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about something that we see often and that we get asked repeatedly by moms and dads, especially when we're, about a month and a half into back to school season. And that is, how can I make sure that my child is getting good quality sleep? We all know that sleep is important for health and immune function, especially for children, academics and sports and extracurriculars and growing and developing brains. Sleep and rest obviously is very, very important for health. And in today's modern crazy world, it's very, very common. That's a concern that mom and dad have. And as we go through care, they always ask, what can we do? How can we make this easier? And oftentimes, especially with younger kiddos, that bedtime transition can sometimes, turn into World War III. So we know how that goes. So I wanted to dive on really quick and give you guys two big tips and the things that we see that make the most difference for making sure that your child is getting quality, restful, healing, recuperative sleep. All right, so the first one has to do with something that we all utilize, that maybe we all do so much. And you might even be watching this right now on a phone or some type of a screen, right? So the biggest thing that we're seeing that has shifted and changed in the last 5 to 10 years is that everyone has one of these, and you spend lots of time screening and scrolling. So the biggest thing that we recommend for children and kiddos is at least 90 minutes to 2 hours before going to bed to put the screens down and put the screens away. That means phones, that means tablets, that means video games. I know sometimes if that has been saved as a special treat at the end of the day or a reward, that can be tough. Whatever you're doing with your child, we highly recommend you kind of change that habit and that routine and put it a little bit earlier in the evening. That way, because what happens is rapid fire visual stimuli can confuse and overwhelm the brain and the nerve system. And that will cause the body to think that, oh my gosh, there's something going on. We need to be awake. We need to be alert. We're not sure what's going on. Is it a threat? Is it a stress? Or am I just seeing bright, colorful, fast, flashing images because I'm on YouTube or I'm up late playing Fortnite? So wind down the screen time at least 90 minutes to 2 hours before bed to give the child's system a chance to downshift, so the brain understands that, okay, it's okay, we're not going against the normal rhythm of sunset, sundown, it's time to wind down, and again, just give the brain a chance to downshift. Now, the second thing that I wanted to go into, which if you're in the MGC tribe and you're watching this, when we talk about what we do with children in pediatric chiropractic, it is all about the health and integrity of the nerve system. Now, what does that mean? It means that the brain and the body are pretty intimately related, and if the brain is wound up in that gas pedal fight or flight state, if a child's system is stressed and irritated, the brain again thinks and perceives there's a threat, there's a stress. It's hard for the body to wind down because the body is crunching out stress hormones, cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and those are designed to keep the body awake and alert when the body perceives stress to make sure that you can survive. It's a short-term survival response. But when the stresses and strains of life kind of tend to stack up, that can hit a continuum and shift, and then the system is stressed, you're idling at high RPM, and those kiddos that are stuck in that gas pedal mode, it's hard for them to wind down. We see it all the time in our kiddos with ADD, sensory spectrum challenges. Again, the brain and the nerve system are perceiving stress. The brain doesn't know if there might be a threat, so the kiddo is irritated and wound up and has a hard time relaxing and calming and winding down in the evenings. So if that's the case, we on October 15th, we are doing them more regularly due to increasing demand. We are helping and serving more children and more families than ever before. And those of you that know my story, it's a very personal part of my mission to help kiddos with hyperactivity or sensory issues that are wound up or ADHD, because that was me. That was my childhood. So if you have a kiddo that's having developmental challenges or behavioral issues, social, academic, or maybe they've been formally diagnosed, and not being able to downshift and wind down and relax at night and get good quality restful sleep is part of the picture of what your child or family is struggling with, that is something absolutely that we can help with. So That is our, our recommendations surrounding good quality sleep. As always, if you found that information helpful, we are trying to make Bonita Springs, Estero, Lee County, healthiest families in the state. So as part of that work, tag, like, and share if you found this information helpful. And as always, if you have any questions, you can always DM us or give us a call. But if you know someone whose child is struggling, we're doing our next ADD and sensory workshop on October 15th, and we'll put the link down here. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to say thanks again. It's been a great fall. Thanks to all you people that we take care of. And Olaf wanted to say we will see you soon in the family adjusting room. You guys, take care.